Well, what is one thing that drivers have been hating that's in some markets that they just hate that type of ride and they want to turn it off if they can? What type of ride is that? You know?
Underage minors.
Well, that would be great, but we're not talking about Uber Teen. We talked about that.
Okay.
We'll briefly mention that. No, that's shared rides. Shared rides. So drivers
Well,
drivers don't really.
it's not shared anymore. They call it something else now.
Oh yes, they call
Yeah.
it
Uber
Uber
carpool.
carpool.
What the whatever.
So
Yeah.
this is something that you got
Yeah.
when it
Yeah.
comes to.
No shit. Yeah. Uber introducing. You see, okay. You know what this is called, Chris? You can put the best lipstick on a pig. Pig's still a pig. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So the
yo,
name changed from Uber Pool to Uber X Shared to something else, and now this is it. Now, finally, Uber Carpool. Genius, genius.
you know what though?
You
Here's the thing. This
overpaid
is
the
the
PR people there.
look.
Carpool.
Here's the thing. This is what the third or fourth iteration
Yeah,
of shared rides, and
yeah,
they're continually having to rebrand it. I
yeah.
think the reason is because it's just not working. Whether
It's
drivers are
fatigue.
saying
That's why.
no, I don't want to take a shared ride, or
Fatigue.
it's the passenger just saying I don't want to take a shared ride either.
Yeah,
So they're trying to come up with this. I mean, if you're again, if you're watching, if you're listening, we'll say, but it says right on you get the Uber, you get that graphic, and then it shows introducing Uber Carpool, and then right underneath that you're saying pay 35% less for your commute.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. But
that is their selling point.
But see on the
That's
right screenshot. This is from my passenger app, by the way. Um,
hmm,
so it says save a seat on an Uber carpool ride available during peak commute hours. Okay, and lock in your price. Great. You can expect to pay 35% less than you paid for Uber X asterisk. And this time I made sure I got the clarification for asterisk. You will laugh at it at the end. So I'm going like, okay, you know. Um, now, is this smart? I would say yes. Okay, so don't send me hate mail, please. Why? Because Lyft is abandoning, shared rides. Okay, they're not going to do shared rides anymore. They're getting out of the business of shared rides or pool, right? Well, Uber, the smart as they are, they go, oh, well, we can actually, because look, there are certain part of the, passenger base that like share rides. They have the wine taste with a beer budget, and they take those, trips. Well, and since Lyft is going to quit doing it, where do you think all those people are going to go? They're going to go to Uber, and Uber goes, "Oh yeah, we love carpool now, and we're expanding it." I'm like, yeah. So Lyft gave up the market to Uber, and Uber took it. I'm not going to blame them. And here's that little asterisk that you always ask me, Chris. So this time I made sure I put it in there. Discount applies only to requests made up to 30 days in advance. I have to book my carpool ride? What kind of bullshit is that? I mean, if I want to get it, by the way, I checked the passenger app. The difference, if you don't do this, the 30-day in advance booking of your carpool trip, the difference is about 7%, by the way, between Uber X and Uber Carpool now. I have to get my lingo correct on this one. So I don't think I'm going to take a chance being late to wherever I'm going for 7%. I think I'm just going to order an Uber X. So, maybe Lyft, you know what? Maybe Lyft did it the right thing. They go, you know what? It's a money-losing proposition for us. The passengers hate it because they never get there on time. They're complaining. Drivers are complaining because they're working 3 times as hard to make less money. So screw it. Let's get rid of it. Clean it up. Good for Lyft. And Uber goes, no, we're going to head dive into the ocean behind me. I'm like,
yeah.
good. Knock yourselves out.
Well, not only that, they're also doubling down with group share. Remember, that's one of the things that they announced last week when it came to their Go Get was this group share thing. So essentially, what it is, it's carpool for your group. So like, there's 2 facets now of it where they're having this Uber carpool, and then they're having the Uber group share. So yeah, that's one thing. But the other thing too that I find absolutely hilarious, underneath that little asterisk there that you just read, it says, besides it says terms are subject to change. So always read the fine print, because it doesn't mean anything until you actually hit order. I mean, things can always change up until that moment. So that's one thing to pay attention to. But I love this little thing underneath this. And I think they put it in there for a reason, because drivers don't necessarily want to do shared rides. It says Uber does not guarantee that a driver will accept your ride request, which means you might order it, but nobody's coming for you. And it says your ride is confirmed once you receive your driver details. So if you don't receive your driver details, your ride is going in limbo. And let me tell you, I was scrolling through Facebook the other day, and I was going to text you this, and I didn't. But basically, it was somebody in one of the Uber pages that I belong to, and it was a ride that was coming in, absolutely ridiculous. And he's like, "Stop sending me this request. It's already been bouncing around for the last 30 minutes." So that's when that person potentially had got it, was about 30 minutes so far. I don't know if anybody ever took it. I don't know what happened from that, but still, it's like, if that type of ride is just going there and waiting for, purgatory, well, good luck. That means you got to raise the rates.
You know what we call trip radar, right, people? We call it, it's the lounge where rides go to die because nobody accepted it. Can you imagine that trip radar, Chris, with all the pool
trip radar is like ride purgatory. You don't know if you're going to get a ride or not. Like, what was that one time? We had the screenshots where it's like 2 hours or an hour and a half went by, and the price didn't really change at all for that entire time, except for like once I think it came in at like 8:30 or something, or 8:20. And then once it hit like the 10 o'clock time, that's when it jumped up. So who knows what's going on?
This is your trip radar folks are going to be full of Uber. What do you call that? Uber carpool. I got to get that straight. Uber carpool trips now.
All I know is I'm just glad we don't have that in our market.
And you can opt out, by the way, so don't get a heart attack, people. You still can opt out now.
Just like
I don't know, but
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club, with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.